Yo, Frog Nation, Norminators, it is time for another Twitch weekly recap where we look at all the things we got done for Frog's Tale during my Twitch streams during the last week. So let's jump right into it. It's the weekly recap. The first thing we finished up early on in the week, completed a rough layout for this back cave village. We've been doing a lot of work on this cave area for the last few weeks. It is rough, so things will likely change. So we designed these city squares that I placed 2 of on the east and west sides of the city that have our stone walkways doing a loop down the bottom here to this main building. We also added some nice planters in these bushes here, and the pathway goes all the way around up to here. There's a secret walkway back here that leads to a chest, another city square, and then these other 2 buildings over here. So this has been very fun to design, all these different details, and there's still a lot of work we need to do, but I wanted to move on to some other things because there's plenty of other things we need to prepare for the upcoming Kickstarter trailer. So let's move on. The next thing we did, I wanted to use our winter battle background and our penguin character for some of our battle scenes in the Kickstarter trailer, and that meant designing Amelia's weapon. She uses a gun, and in my mind it's kind of a 1950s style sci-fi blaster. So we did this round shape with a cone and a ray gun orb at the end, and I'm really proud of the animation that I did. I don't have a ton of experience doing visual effects style animation, so I animated her pulling her gun, and her move works like a charge where you hold the A button to charge and then release it on the right beat of the music to shoot. So I did a charging ball at a bunch of different sizes with some particles that emphasize the intensity of the charging, and then some recoil of her shooting the blast because it is very powerful. This was a lot of fun to animate, and I'm quite proud of it. So after we finished up with that animation, I wanted to get into work on the winter scene and the things that we were going to show off in there. And that meant animating a bunch of the worm movements and the frog movements with a new layer of winter clothes on top of them. So this was quite tedious, but very worth the effort, I think, because we want to have some special outfits when you're in certain areas. Like in the winter area, for example, the frog needs to dress up in some winter clothes, otherwise they will freeze. But that means animating every single action that the frog does with these winter clothes on top again. And we kind of have to take into account the bounciness of the little ball on top of the hat and a few other things. So we spent a day or 2 doing this. This worm enemy dodges out of the way of any attack that isn't a perfectly timed attack. So we wanted to demonstrate what a jump looked like if you miss against an enemy like this that has the ability to dodge out of the way. This week's Fan Art Friday was done by Kyle Labriola. This was one of the first pieces of fan art we ever got for A Frog's Tale over a year ago when we announced the project, and it was really special to me because I had always dreamed of getting fan art for my characters. I believe the caption that he posted this on Twitter was like, "A frog can dream, can't he?" And I don't know, this will always be really special to me, so thank you, Kyle, for drawing this. So next, one thing that's important to me while we're thinking about our Kickstarter trailer is showcasing a lot of variety. So we have a lot of different locations that we'll be visiting in the game. We have a lot of partner characters that help us in battle, a lot of different enemy designs. So I've been trying to design as much as these areas as I can, and that includes the battle backgrounds because we want to show off a lot of our battle system in the Kickstarter trailer. So this week, to continue designing assets for the cave area, I made this battle background for the cave, including the glowing mushrooms and our archways and these stalagmites and stalactites. There's still a lot we can do with it, but for now I think it looks pretty good. Our Screenshot Saturday post this week also showed off more of the worm. I mentioned how it dodges anything that's not a perfect attack, so I wanted to show off what a failed sword attack looks like as well on the worm enemy, and then what the worm's attack looks like. So here's the post I made on Twitter with the video. We can full screen this and watch it. So we have the worm digging under here, plopping up, and Frog taking damage because he failed to press the button in time. And then the worm will duck out of the way of the sword here because we pressed the button a little bit too early as well. So this was really fun to do, and I'm always excited to show off more of the battle system. We've still shown off just the basics. You know, these are 1-button attacks and 1-button defenses. Cool. So that was everything we got done this week on Twitch. A variety of things, and a lot of progress towards our completed Kickstarter trailer. If you haven't, please add our game to your Steam wishlist and sign up for our email newsletter. Links for that will be in the description. If you'd like to play our demo, people that are signed up for our email newsletter are the only people that are going to be able to play it. So please do that. Follow me on all the socials. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. These are a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye.